Warren Buffett literally hates it and says he'd never invest in it. He'd much rather buy a piece of farmland. Ray Dalio, the hedge fund manager from the States, says that it's only a little more valuable than money, but that everyone should have a little. Robert Kiyosaki, on the other hand, says that this is what he works for because he thinks paper money is trash. I'm talking about gold. But what all three of these investors don't realize is that gold gives a far higher return to Indian investors than it does to the average American investor. Of course, as the price of gold goes up internationally, it goes up in India as well. But in addition to that, gold goes up by a further 3% in India because of the rupee's depreciation against the US dollar. And contrary to what Mr. Warren Buffett thinks, our gold doesn't sit around idly. It does something even while it's idle. There are at least two schemes in India which give returns to idle gold. The first one is the sovereign gold bond scheme, where if you invest in this scheme, you get an interest of 2.5% every year for the 8-year lock-in period of the bonds. And at the end of 8 years, the money that you get as maturity value of the bond is also tax-free. So compare the 20-year CAGR of gold, which is about 11.5%, add to it the 2.5% that you got from the sovereign gold bonds, and that's a yield of 14% CAGR. Compare this with the US's gold standard of equity investing, which is the S&P 500's total return index, and you'll find it's given a return of only 12.9% as compared to the 14% that gold has given to Indians. Now, the sovereign gold bonds are not the only scheme giving this kind of return. There's also the gold monetization scheme. All you need to do is deposit your gold with a participating bank, and you can get a return of 2.25% on the gold for the period that you opt in for. It could be as little as 1 year or going up to even 12 years. And the best part is, at the end of this lock-in period, you can either take back gold if you still think it's something valuable and you want to hold on to it, or you can take the prevailing value of gold on that day as cash. And guess what? Even that money is tax-free, as is the 2.25% interest that you earned on the idle gold that you deposited. I hope you found this information useful. My name is Avnish. I'm a mutual fund distributor working out of Bangalore. If you want to invest in sovereign gold bonds or you want to invest in mutual funds through me, you can always find my contact details in the profile. Thank you.